What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mike, and man, this first week of free agency, bro, between the trades, the signings, the rumors, the speculation, has been all types of crazy stuff going on right now in the NBA, man. And I'm not even gonna lie, I got a full paper. Worth of stuff to talk about today. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Some of these signings and some of these trades are just gonna get talked about a little bit more than others. You get what I'm saying? Some of them I ain't really got too much to say, but I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time, man. I hope y'all had a good 4th of July. Man, had to pull up on some of the homies, take a few sips, get a few plates. You already know what that looked like, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we gonna just get straight into this. So, yeah, John Morant finally got traded to Portland for Jerami Grant and Chris Murray. Now, I gotta be 100% honest with you. I don't know what Portland's plan is. I mean, you now have Dame, Ja, Scoot Henderson, and Drew Holiday. Um, I would like to think that one of those guys might be on the move. That's not Ja and or Dame. Because I think a report came out right after the trade saying that they wanted to keep and possibly start like a backcourt of Ja and Damian Lillard. Now, truthfully, I don't know what that looks like. I just think that both of these guys are at very different points in their career. Both of them bring very different things to the table, almost on the court, and different strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, it's not a heavy defensive backcourt, but I mean, it could probably get you some buckets like mid-December, early January. It could probably win you a few games, but as far as the Grizzlies, I mean, you get Jerami Grant, you get Chris Murray, two good pieces on top of a team that really should sort of be rebuilding. I mean, you did just pick up Cam Boozer in the draft, which was a very good pick for them. Very good rookie for them to sort of like just use as a starting pad and build their franchise off of. So I am interested to see if Cam Boozer will now take Ja Morant's number, because Ja wore 12. I think Cam Boozer wore 12 for Duke, and he switched to 27. We just gonna have to see. But I mean, damn, it feels like Jerami Grant was a part of like every trade scenario for the Blazers for like the last 2 years. Like, I feel like everyone knows that his contract hasn't been the craziest, but I feel like, I mean, what you gonna do? Trade him for John Morant. So next we gotta talk about the Hornets trading Miles Bridges for Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. I also am very curious to see what the Charlotte Hornets are doing, because you traded LaMelo and you traded Miles Bridges. It almost seems to me like a culture refresh in a way. Obviously, a lot of the culture and a lot of just the, really, I guess you could say the identity of the team fell on the shoulders of LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. And you trade both of those guys, and I mean, I don't even remember who they got for LaMelo Ball. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Oh, yeah, they got Naz Reid. But you get Naz Reid, you get Grayson Allen, you get Royce O'Neal, you got some defense. You feel me? You got a little bit of defense with Naz Reid. You definitely get scoring between Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. Two shooters, Royce O'Neal, a nice little wing that could go in there and make something happen, man. I mean, what we looking at now? We got Khan, we got Brandon Miller, we got Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, Naz Reid. Who else is on this Hornet squad? Kobe White. You got a nice beret of talent. You get what I'm saying? And I think that, I mean, if the stars align real nice, I'm not gonna say Charlotte gonna go all the way, because that's just an absurd statement. But who knows, man? Because I think they had a very decent lineup this year, and I'm very shocked to see them make some of these trades. But who knows? I'm not an NBA GM. I'm just a dude that talk on YouTube in his backyard. So next we got to talk about Andrew Wiggins. 3 years, 64 million. Definitely a good piece for Miami. Unfortunately, they did lose Norman Powell though to the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls, another good team that, you know, like I said, if the stars align, you got some good talent. You got, I think his name is Matas Buzelis. You got him. You got freaking the other dude they just drafted. I haven't seen their roster in so long, but I did watch a few of their games this year, and I ain't gonna lie, I was impressed. But back to Andrew Wiggins, yeah. I mean, just like another sturdy wing for them to have. I mean, that defense between Wiggins, Bam, and Giannis is going to be crazy. They need to throw some shooters in the mix, man. But free agency just opened, so who knows? Maybe they sign more people. Next, we got to talk about Jonathan Kuminga. His team option got declined by the Hawks, $24 million. Now he's a free agent. Lakers, go pick him up. Lakers, go pick him up. We're gonna talk about the Lakers because the Lakers made some good moves. I feel like they made a lot of like roster building moves. I feel like when you look at the Lakers, and what they have done, like I said, we'll get into them. They could definitely take a guy like Kuminga, definitely like a guy that could get some buckets. They need a wing with some length that can defend and then also kind of give you a few buckets. So Jonathan Kuminga, I ain't gonna lie, they need you. Denver might need you. Minnesota might need you. It's some places that Jonathan Kuminga could go. Like I said, he definitely, I mean, he's still on the younger side, still got a lot to prove. I hope he gets a good opportunity somewhere else, and hopefully he could get him a bag, man. But now we got to talk about the Spurs. The Spurs made two moves. They locked down Julian Champagnie for 3 years, $45 million, and then they also locked down Tobias Harris for 2 years, $31 million. Tobias Harris, nice veteran wing. He got the length to defend. He could get you a few buckets. I'm interested to see what he does on this San Antonio squad, especially because a lot of their squad is young, but they need more vets. I think they also signed, and then they also signed Harrison Barnes for 1 more year for $8 million. So you get some vets in there, you get some experience around these young guys, and I mean, it feels like the Milky Way is the limit for Wemby's, Harper, Castle. You know, these guys have a very bright future, and it's very, very important to lock down the shooter, Julian Champagnie, man. He hit some real good threes for them in this last postseason, man. And like I said, you got to lock a guy down like that because in the league like today, if not, somebody else would have came in and swooped out. And he definitely, I feel like based off of what he did, man, he definitely deserves to be a part of their next good run. So shout out to the Spurs making some moves out west, man. You know what they say. It's a real wild west. Now, Bron and Rich Paul has informed the Lakers that they could just move on like he ain't going to be there because guess what? He ain't going to be there. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I made a Luka Doncic video, which y'all got to go check out. Luka Doncic, Man of Tomorrow, out now on my channel. I was talking about, like how the team has to operate now. You get what I'm saying? How the team has to operate with Brown almost on his way out. Now he actually is gone, but I really wanted to see the Lakers make some moves as if Brown wasn't there because I'm not a big fan of them basically like basing their whole franchise off of 41-year-old LeBron James. I get it. He's the greatest player of all time. This is not a LeBron hate video, right? But just from a team and a franchise standpoint, eventually you have to pivot towards how old is Luka now? 26, 27? What your 27-year-old superstar, Luka Doncic, top 5 talent in the world, you have to now sort of think, all right, how do we build around this roster for him and make the best roster that he can, contend with going forward in the future with Reeves and, all the extra players that they got. And they wouldn't have been able to do this if they kept LeBron. That's just straight up. You can't give LeBron all the money in the world that he need and then still have money to build your roster. I feel like that was also a problem in the prime Bron and AD era on the Lakers. And I feel like that problem got overshadowed by the fact that LeBron and AD at that time were like top 5 players. But I'm very interested to see where LeBron goes. Yo, I feel like I could make a whole different video just on LeBron. If you ask me, it got to be Cleveland, bro. I think Brown got like 2 seasons max, bro. Just go to Cleveland, hoop your heart out for these last 2 years. Nobody gonna care, bro. Your resume is solidified as the GOAT. So shout out to Brown. But another blockbuster deal. Clippers traded Kawhi to the Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and a plethora of picks. Shout out to Kawhi. I don't got too much to say about this. I feel like the Clippers, they definitely are in a rebuilding state now. You get some guys that I don't want to say are on a younger side, and Brandon Ingram. Well, Grady Dick has only been in the league for I think 2 seasons now, and then Brandon Ingram, you get a guy that's been around for some time. He could definitely get some buckets for you. He's not a scrub. I'm excited to see how good their rebranding is. I know that they just drafted another guy, high up in this year's draft. I'm excited to see where the Clippers go. I mean, I think they've lived in the Lakers' shadow, and I think it's always going to be like that unless the Clippers move. But, I mean, they probably won't. And as far as Toronto, man, you get Kawhi Leonard back in the Eastern Conference that feels like, yes, the Knicks just won, but it still feels wide open. I think the East has been a bloodbath so far, and I think it's going to continue to be a bloodbath because there's no OKC or San Antonio of the East. You get what I'm saying? Like, there are no high giants, no highly favored teams coming out in the East. You get what I'm saying? I think that this is a good opportunity now for a lot of teams to make moves like this. You get what I'm saying? To try to get closer to winning that ring, man. Kawhi, welcome back to Toronto. Hopefully he gets some good run, some good burn over there. Obviously, I'm a fan of Kawhi just as much as anybody. I definitely think he's still got a few more good years in the tank, and I'm very excited to see, like, I say that a lot in this video, but I'm like very excited to see where this season goes. Just because, like I said, the East is just a complete bloodbath. And I mean, hey, Toronto, you make your trade. I mean, you got Kawhi, Scotty, Emmanuel Quickly, R.J. Barrett, Jakob Poeltl. You got Colin Murray over there. So I ain't gonna say that squad is as good as that 2019 squad that won that ring, but I mean, Kawhi not going over there and playing with no scrubs, man. So to get on with it, Mitchell Robinson signed a 3-year, $47 million deal to sign with the Boston Celtics. Before we talk about this, real quick, Celtics, what are y'all doing, bro? I feel I can't continue on with this video without talking about this damn Jaylen Brown trade, bro. You trade Jaylen Brown to the Sixers for Paul George, bro, and some picks. Bro, that is not the trade. I'm going to be 100% real with you. That is not the trade. And this eerily reminds me of the Luka Doncic trade, because you do not trade your superstar in Jaylen Brown. And let's just, I'm going to just go off on a tangent here for a little bit, and then we're going to go back and talk about the rest of this video. The hate that Jaylen Brown has been receiving has been just completely unnecessary, uncalled for. We're talking about a guy who's still in the middle of his prime, has won a championship and a finals MVP, and he put Boston on his back last year. That man deserves no disrespect. I feel like every time he go out there and y'all say something about that man, he go out there and he show y'all why he deserve it. And he did not deserve to get traded for Paul George. I'm not even a Celtics fan, but that is just blasphemy. That is disgusting. There is no way that the Celtics could have found any other trade package other than Paul George. And I know that they were linked to Giannis when the Giannis saga first happened. But bro, I'm pulling the trigger on Giannis any day of the week to ensure that a mistake, not even a mistake, that a blasphemous, just uncalled for, utterly disrespectful trade like Jaylen Brown to the Sixers for Paul George does not happen, bro. That is just blasphemous. But I mean, hey, the Celtics get Mitchell Robinson, good piece on the Knicks. Definitely a huge part of their title run this year. I can't wait to see him on that squad. PG, I don't know, bro. I mean, he could probably still get you some buckets, but I don't even know what he looks like next to Tatum. I mean, PG has played with stars like Embiid, Russ, Kawhi. So his off-ball game, if you ask me, I think, but also don't take this as a PG hate. Obviously, we know where PG is in his career. This isn't prime PG-13, prime OKC Paul George. This just is somebody that's literally in the last few years of a very, very decent and honestly, impressive career for Paul George. Like, I don't hate Paul George. I hate the trade. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, I mean, you get Mitchell Robinson, you get Tatum, you got PG. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't really know what to say about this. I mean, there's no sense to be made in this trade. I feel like maybe numbers wise, but it's like you don't break up the Jays, bro. I mean, whatever is going on, they're winners, bro. Every season they come in and they compete. And the only seasons I feel like they've been out of that have been seasons where like their team has suffered a lot due to injuries. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, whoa, like VJ Edgecombe, you could have got him. I feel like it's so much that they could have tried to get, bro. You could have even tried to steal Maxey. Like, I don't know, bro. But if we look at the Sixers, man, VJ Edgecombe, Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, bro, the East got to watch out, bro. Because I know I just said it's no favorites, but, yo, if they make one or two more plays, gang, they make one or two more plays, it might get spooky. But let's move on. Lakers got Walker Kessler. I'm not gonna lie, this is mad confusing because they traded Walker Kessler to the Jazz, gave the Jazz like 4 or 5 picks, and then gave Walker Kessler $130 million. I don't know. The Lakers made a bunch of different moves. They signed Mamu. I forgot. I think he played for the Raptors last year. I mean, he's decent. He's straight. I feel like they slightly overpaid for a lot of these guys, but I mean, they also signed Quentin Grimes. They also signed Colin Sexton. So Lakers made some moves, man. I feel like Quentin Grimes, he was one of the guys in my Luka video. Shameless plug. I got to throw that in there one more time. Go watch Luka Doncic Man tomorrow. It's on my channel. Yeah, I feel like Quentin Grimes, sturdy shooter. He was part of that Mavericks finals run. You got to throw him in there. Mamushkavelli, definitely a good player. I think he plays sort of like a stretch big role. So it'll be cool to see him, in that corner waiting for them Luka passes to come through. Walker Kessler, man, he is a beast defensively. Offensively, I mean, shit. I ain't gonna lie. Baby Jokic, low key. That sound crazy, but very baby, infant, hydrogen bomb coughing baby scenario right there. But I mean, he got a little passing game to him. He got a little 3-ball. But man, the work that he does on defensively, the Lakers gonna feel that, bro. I think they'd have made some good moves. They obviously need one more wing. Like I said, Kuminga is there. They lost out on Kelly Oubre low key. It's probably still like a few players that they might be able to get, but not some bad moves for the Lakers post LeBron era. Like I said, I'm very excited to see this Luka era now. We are definitely in the era of the White Laker, the Snow Time, Snow Time Lakers. That's basically what it's being called now, the Snow Time Lakers. But I'm looking at my paper. Oh, okay. I'm looking at my paper trying to see if we got anything else. Oh yeah. The Heat signed Tim Hardaway, so they got their shooter. Man. I know his play has, I don't want to say his play has regressed, but obviously he's not like prime Tim Hardaway. I'm just happy they got somebody that can knock down some shots, man. But I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to talk about today. I'm looking at my paper. That's basically all I got for y'all today. I'm going to be honest. So many of these moves happened, and then between the holiday, I caught a little cold, so I really wasn't even able to like shoot a video for y'all. But I'm happy. My subscribers been going up. The views been going up. Y'all been showing love. Y'all been showing support. So keep doing that, man. Like I said, every week I want to be here talking about NBA, bro. I like the NBA. The product has been very interesting these last few years. But, I mean, there's no offseason like the NBA offseason, bro. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We always going to talk about the NBA. We always going to talk about the trades and the teams and the players and how it's going. And man, we got a lot to talk about this upcoming season. I'll tell you that, because that was only like the first week and a half. That was barely like the first week and a half of free agency. So that's all I got for y'all today, man. Bonus question. What's your beach loadout? Feel me? Like, obviously you gotta have the towels, you gotta have the umbrella. But, like, what you bringing to the beach to eat, bro? What's on your sandwich? You get what I'm saying? What's in the cooler? How long you going to the beach for? I got to touch the beach soon. Most likely sometime before the end of the summer. I went last year with my girl. Sensational experience. Like this video, because this was a sensational experience as well. Shout out to all my hitters. Shout out to all my villains. Shout out to all my hustlers. We out.